That's it. So let all your things be done with love or with charity. That is in look that you will find in First Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. So where are you? This is not a planned LS. This is my second day at job at my work. This is my second day at work. So kanina I met RA while coming in to the airport. And for sure later on tonight he'll be doing his live stream. So by the time I'll be reaching at home siguro mga by 7, no, siguro almost 8 because I'm gonna pick up my wife first and it's gonna be traffic again going home. So we'll see if I can catch up with RA later on. But it's good to know that um, I'm actually feeling more comfortable now in doing this live stream. And I'm really thankful for all my friends here. Hey, welcome to my channel. I can see you're here. What I'm saying a while ago po is that I bumped with RA while coming here. So I don't know whether you guys knows RA. He's our master editor in the classmate community. So mamaya later on he'll be doing his live stream again. God willing. So let's see if I can catch up with him. Yes, yes, yo. There's a lot of messages coming in at the moment. Oh yes. See, I received last night. I received a letter from Lolo from YouTube about signing, or according to the letter, I signed earlier uh, something like program, related to your monetization. And then it says in the letter that you only have 30 days to meet the requirements. Otherwise, you'll be removed from the program. Pero, sabi dun sa letter, kapag na-reach mo na yung requirements na yun, uh, eventually, pwede ka rin mag-sign in. Magsasign ka na separately. So, parang halfway, binago nila yung policy. So, those people who have signed earlier, when when their channel are not meeting the requirements, they will be automatically kicked off from that program. So yun yung parang sinasabi lang ni Lolo sa akin kanina. And I was actually talking here without without the viewer, but eventually this will be saved. So it's okay to talk here, to talk a lot, I'm trying my best to talk a lot and you know um, get all my thoughts and my ideas, so that I can share it with you guys. So whatever it is, Um, well, for those of you who have not known me or have not know me yet, no, I'm actually based in Dubai, and one of my mentor is Ari Wonderlast, and so he was the one who pushed me to make this channel, trying to become monetized, but now I'm struggling to. Anyway, the struggle is part of the journey in YouTube, so it's okay. So, as a person, or as a person here, I am. actually from Dubai, as I've said. My family are based here. I have two kids with one wife, of course, one wife. And we were here for like nearly 15 years or 16 years. So at the moment, I'm at my work, and since there are no flight that much happening at the airport, the gap that we're having in between tasks are a bit longer. So I got a chance to to put up a live stream so that I can entertain myself also, because it's so boring here. So boring here. And while I'm at work, I'm actually thinking my mind is in the house because my two kids are already in the they're actually doing their distance learning. So they are at home. Uh, they're actually struggling in coping up with the um, distance learning because there's a lot of things that they need to learn. Yung mga software na ginagamit sa school. So it's okay, they're really familiar with the YouTube, with YouTube, yung mga social media platform. They're already familiar with that. The only thing is that the new software that the school is using, they're really having hard time in catching up those software with software. So yun lang ang medyo problema ko. If I am there beside them, I could actually easily help them, and answer their activity much easier, than what they have experiencing at the moment. So yun lang. Um, ayun, no. I came here in Dubai for like 19, sorry, no, it's not 19, 2005. 2005, so it makes 15 years because we are 2020 now. So it makes 15 years. It makes me 15 years already here in Dubai. But we get to travel in the Philippines almost every now and then, almost every year. It's just that we are in the pandemic now. That's why we canceled our vacation. It could have been last July. Pero medyo mahirap kasi mag-travel ngayon dahil pandemic nga. There's a lot of requirements or papers that you need to um, fulfill, to meet. Even here, if you are departing in Dubai, you have to do a PCR test. And in certain countries, they really require you to to be negative before you can board the aircraft. Hey, how are you, bro? So that's it. It's a little bit hard for everyone, and mind you guys, this is the new normal. So ayun, may aeroplano doon. Nakikita kayo. Actually, I'm in front of the ramp, the runway of the airport. I'm in the middle of the airport actually at the moment. So ayun. So I came 2005. I was still single then when I came here in Dubai, and I was with my old religion, and I don't wanna discuss that anymore. But later on, probably you could tell what was my religion before, but I would rather not to say it, just to avoid offending, or probably some people might think or might feel, they probably they get they can be offended with that. So I would rather not to say that. But I was with my old religion when I came here. That was 2005. Um, and then my journey as an OFW was really hard. I can tell you guys. When I came here, I drop all the good opportunities for me. My career ba talaga ako before when I was actually working in the bank in the Philippines. I was already a junior officer, junior manager. It's like the first level of manager. I was already there on that career path, but when I saw the opportunity of going abroad, because going abroad uh, since the time that I was a little kid, it was some sort of uh, you know in my dream already, in my mind, that eventually when I grow up I would go abroad also and try my opportunity or try my luck here. And I have no idea of going anywhere, um, even here in this country, and until such time that I had a family friend, and they one of the company who are based in Dubai visited in the Philippines, and they they actually uh, they're actually into expansion of their business here in Dubai. So what they did was to get all the people who are really working in that industry, and that industry was audio industry. So if you're familiar with what do you call this high end audio equipments like Onkyo, Yamaha, JBL, Infinity, um, some stuff, um, Bose, those um premium sound system or brand. That company called Harman House, the owner or the general manager came to the Philippines and recruited people who are really working in the industry. And at first, I was not in that industry. I was into banking, into customer service, into some stuff like that. But I was not really in the audio industry. So when hey, welcome to my channel. That single banana there. Welcome to my channel. I'm just telling actually my experience, my journey as an OFW, and the tagline that I'm actually posting there. Let all your things be done with charity, with love. So whatever you do it with love, because you will not fail. Hindi ka magre-regret. You won't regret it, even if you fail later on, kasi you done it with love. So yun nga, no? As I continue my story, so the owner itself, the company, he's a billionaire actually here in Dubai. Um, he visited the Philippines and started recruiting people who are actually working in the industry. And since I have an insider, you know, I have a good friend actually working in the industry there. He was part of the batch who were recruited by that billionaire. And when they arrived in Dubai, we chatted actually over Yahoo Messenger. Before it was Yahoo. So he said, "Okay, hey Erwin, it's good here in Dubai. You can earn a lot of money, and the opportunities are endless. And most especially, you are into banking. You can always apply here, and you could probably easily get a good job or a you know good salary here." So nainganyo ako talaga. And uh, even before, I told you earlier na meron na akong idea to go abroad, because I have member in the family, not within my family itself, but I have some relatives who are actually abroad. So uh, parang naisip ko, wow, it's nice to try that also, and live alone away from your family. Before I was like that. I want to stay away from my family. I don't know why. I was. I was being loved by my family. Uh, we were not that very close. We were not very very close, but we love each other. It's just that when you were young, you tend to do crazy things. So parang ako naman, I love adventure kasi, and when I was young, I used to go in some places na hindi ko pa nararating, like Tagaytay, mga ganyan, malalapit lang naman. Kasi before, hindi pa ano yung air travel, hindi pa ganun karami, no? Hindi pa ganun ka famous na, and then it's not really affordable to travel by air before. So, ayun. Naengganyo ako. Sabi niya, okay, Win, punta ka dito. When I came, and then, so, all of a sudden, my career that I was actually following in the Philippines, I just put it down. I put it on the shelves, Pinark ko muna siya. Because I was like, I think I was 27 or 28 years old when I had that opportunity to go abroad and here in Dubai. So when we had this exchange of messages, um, I knew for a fact that I'm gonna go abroad, and I asked my parents, my mom and dad, that okay, I'm gonna go abroad, and let's see. And then it was easy for me to ask permission from my parents because I'm very much independent. In fact, when I was still working in the bank, back in the Philippines, I was actually renting my own place. I'm staying before with my brothers and sisters in the house, but um, eventually I decided to stay alone. To stay on my own, you know, room. So I rented a room in somewhere in Annapolis, Annapolis, not in the U.S., but Annapolis, Cubao, very close to Qmart, because it's also convenient for me to take a ride. It's only one ride going to my office back and forth, so okay naman. So I stayed there for like almost 3 years, and then I was still there when I decided to go abroad. Nga. So it's like okay. So I gave up everything, but I have some money that I have saved. So yun, that time it was so easy to get a visa. So I just sent money to my good friend uh, who were here already in Dubai. And then, ayun, binili niya ako ng visa. And then, plane ticket. Actually, it's a one-way ticket, but I bought the ticket where there is what do you call this? Yung parang meron siyang booking ng return, pero hindi siya live booking. Parang I forgot that term. Parang mamaya I'm gonna shout out to you anong ano yan. But you can also comment to me down to the description box if you or to the comment box if you know that term. The return ticket is not live. It's just that for the purpose of uh, facilitating my travel, my journey, because our immigration would ask a return ticket because it's just a visa, tourist visa, and also I think required here also when you are entering immigration. So you need to have a return ticket going back to your home country. So yun nga ang nangyari, no? So I resigned from my job, and it was a very emotional for me because of you know kahit tayo kasi mga Filipino, we tend uh, to be emotional, when we are already close to our colleagues. So, ayun, naging emotional. Medyo malungkot talaga siya because you've gained a lot of friends already. Eh. Kasi I was already working like 8 years in the bank before I decided to go abroad. So, but I tell you guys, I have not regretted it. Even those failures that I have experienced in my life, with the life that I am actually living at the moment, I am so grateful to God that He brought me in this place. In this place, it's like it's only all by His grace. That He gave me this kind of life that I'm having at the moment. It's not great, compared to others, but I can tell you that I was really, really worst person before I converted my my religion. Actually, it's not about religion. When I converted into Christianity, a true Bible believing Christian, that's what happened to me. So yun nga. So it was June. It was my last month. My last month in my job in the company was month of May, and I resigned when I received the plane ticket and the visa. Because before, going to Dubai was very, very easy. It's just a snap of your finger and you can get a visa right away. Kung may pera ka. Pero yun nga, sabi ko sa iyo, diba? Sabi ko sa inyo, I have at least a small savings then. So, I bought a ticket, and then I had a pocket money of around 50,000 pesos during the time. So I got my plane ticket, I get my visa, and then my pocket money around 50,000 pesos. And then I remember when I went before my trip, before my flight, my good friend. I'm gonna tell you who are they. When I'm actually vlogging, I'm just telling my stories. Yeah. And then when yeah. So going back to that story that I'm telling you, my good friend here, they asked me to bring some coins. It was a naughty thing to bring those coins with me. So since I was working in the bank, nagpapalit ako ng worth parang 500 ata, yung 500 pesos na tag-pipiso. Tag-pipiso. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm gonna tell you later on why they asked me to bring those peso coins with me uh, before I get to travel. So, yun nga, when I got the visa, so month of May, I resigned, and then the following month, June, I was actually traveling already. So I traveled June, I came here June. It was the the heights of the summer days here in Dubai, because the summer season here in Dubai starts in April, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So 6 months ang summer seasons dito kasi 'di ba Middle East nga, Middle East country to. So iyon yung pinakasagsagan talaga ng ano, pag-init dito sa Dubai. And I was I'm gonna tell you, I was surprised when I reached here in Dubai. But first, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna actually I'm still recalling those moments when I get to sit on my airplane. First, you have to say goodbyes. You have to say goodbye to your family. To your siblings, to your mom and dad. That you're gonna be okay. Um, Going very, very far from them this time. And for me, at the back of my mind, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, hindi ako masyadong naging ano nun. Kasi nga, it was my nature to be like I want to move, stay away or move out from my family, diba? But to tell you honestly, we are close. But yun lang nga, parang I don't know why I want to keep distance from them. Really don't know. Even at this time, I'm trying to realize, I'm trying to recall things. I don't know why I want to stay stay back or stay away from them. But I enjoy also their companion. You know, going with them in a field trip or a family trip. I enjoyed a lot, most especially my nephews and my cousins. Yeah, cousins, nephews, and nieces. You know, and with my brothers and sisters also. So you know nga. So when I got my plane ticket, it was already June. At first, I was so afraid going through our immigration. Kasi di ba, sabi nila, ay, ma-offload ka, ay, hindi ka tatanggapin, ay, ang dami requirements. Mga ganun-ganun mga, ano, di ba, mga ganun mga eksena. So, ano pa ako no, naka-Amerikana pa ako no. I was wearing a suit when I traveled. Dapat pala talaga, dapat simple lang, ano, yung parang backpackers lang. No? But I got my luggage. Uh, it was a cabin luggage actually, cabin baggage. So, ganun lang karami. Ganun lang, konti lang yung aking damit. Kasi I know that eventually, when I reach here, I'm gonna get some stuff for me. So, when I step into the airport, I remember it was my mom, no? My mom and my sister and my some pamangkins who uh, gave me a hand and up to the airport. So, ayun, ano kami, nag-bye-bye, may konting iyakan, but still, at the back of my mind, I'm gonna enjoy this journey, this trip. So, my plane, I was actually, I traveled with Thai Airways. And when I was actually at the airport, I was seated. So, I'm back. So, where I was, where am I? Yun na. When I was at the airport, I was like, I thought I'm not gonna be served with water at the airport. So, what I did, I bought a bottled water. Medyo mahal siya, ginto ang presyo sa airport. Yung mga 30 pesos na bottled water, no, na mabibili mo sa labas. Sa loob ng airport, it was like 200, 225. I was like, what is this? With gold? But eventually, I bought one for me because I was afraid of, maybe I'll get thirsty in the middle of the flight and, baka magbayad ako ng ng tubig and I don't have money, no. So I decided to bring one bottle of water with me and ayun na when I get inside the airport. Ha? Ano sabi? Yes! Thank God! Thank God naman. Di ba sabi naman nila, ano lang, temporary lang ang hanggang September, di ba? Oh. Uy, thank God. Sige, walang busy vlogging. And then that's actually good news for us, for the employee in OFW in Dubai or anywhere in the world, you know. Kasi, uh, di ba, nagkaroon kami ng salary reduction. Seat, a foreigner, puti siya. And then, sabi niya, excuse me, I think you're seated on my seat. This is my boarding pass. So sabi ko, no way. I'm seated here. I'm sitting here first. So, parang sabi ko, 'di ba, pag bago pa lang wala kang experience, wala kang ano, parang hindi nauna ako dito, 'di ba? Parang ganun sasabihin mo. So, yun na. So, eventually, I didn't move out from my seat. And the cabin crew actually came to rescue and to at least, uh, uh, pacify the passenger, the other passenger, the foreigner, yung puti. Kasi medyo pissed off na siya sa akin eh. Okay lang yan. Oo nga eh. See, so, ayun. Hindi ako umalis. And then, ito na, nag-take off na. Iba pa rin pakiramdam, no? Yung nag-take off, magte-take off ng aeroplano for the first time. For the first time in my life, I never had that kind of feeling inside of my heart, inside of me, that it was so heavy that I was burst with tears. It was like, oh my goodness, this is it. So, napayak talaga ako nun. Hindi ko mapigilan. Parang na akong, actually, yung scene na yun is like, if you're familiar with the karaoke, yung mga love song na karaoke, it's like, there was a person crying, it's like, and all tears are flowing on his face. Parang ganun ako, parang so dramatic. So nag-take off ng ganun. And then, I didn't realize that my bottled water was stuck inside of my seat. Doon sa ano, kasi pinatong ko siya doon sa carpet sa may baba ko, next to my feet. So, nandun siya. And then, uh, I was trying to pull it out. Sabi ko dun sa sa cabin crew, excuse me, I'm trying to get my water. And then since I don't know, baka communication barrier, but of course not kasi mga aral naman yung mga 'di ba, mga cabin crew. So sabi ko, my bottled water was stuck inside of the seat. May kasi may butas doon, may parang maliit na butas. Tapos stuck doon yung bottled water ko. Hindi ko na makuha. Inauuhaw na ako. Sabi ko, 'di ba, I was so afraid to ask for water kasi baka nga mamaya may bayad yun. So, hindi ko alam. So, sabi ng kami ko, okay, okay, you want water? You want water? Okay, okay. We'll give you water. Alam mo, binigyan ako ng water. Nasa champagne glass pa. Siguro parang anim yun. Pinainom sa akin lahat. Okay, more water, no problem. Siguro parang na-battery din sa akin yung cabin crew kasi parang I was I was creating a scene inside of on board the aircraft, di ba? Parang tatanga-tanga pa ako. Tanga talaga. Oh my goodness. So, yun, parang it was a really, really good experience. First time experience to travel alone. And then, so we had a connecting flight via Bangkok. So when I was in Bangkok, I was like, oh, I'm feeling like a real flyer, a jet setter, something like that. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm already in the, I'm already abroad. I'm already here in Bangkok. So, ano ko, kasi yung vlogging before nun, hindi pa uso eh. Parang wala pang vlog, di ba? So, inaano ko lang siya. Meron akong parang notebook nun before. Doon ko lang sinusulat what was my journey, what was my feelings at the moment, yung mga ganun mga eksena. So, ayun, na eventually, I passed through the transfer desk and then I get to board again to the next flight going na here in Dubai from Bangkok. So, this time around, on another set of flights, medyo alam ko na kasi I get to eat inside the plane. I get to drink, di ba? So, medyo okay-okay na ako. Parang, wow, feeling ko parang jet setter na talaga ako eh. It was so funny when I always recall that kind of memories, It was so funny. And then, ayun na. You know what? The first time that I glanced in the window, kasi window seat din ako nun, gabi yun eh. Gabi na. Usually kasi ang Thai Airways comes here, arrive here in Dubai around, parang, if I'm not mistaken, around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., something like that. So, I was so amazed to see up in the air, the city um, with bird's eye view, the city on the bird's eye view, from my eyes, up in the aircraft, sa taas pa. Nagbabalance yung gano'n, 'di ba? Pababa pa lang yung aircraft na ganyan, 'di ba? Pababa siyang ganyan. Ano kasi 'di ba sa runway. Nakita ko yung city ng Dubai. It was so beautiful, man. It was full of light. It was bright. It was bright in the night. I was so amazed talaga. I was so amazed. Na every streets, it's well lighted. And then if you are uh, in the aircraft, in the plane, you would see really the entire city covered with lights. It's like a crystal. It's like a glass city made of crystal. Na-amaze talaga ako na wow, sabi ko, wow, napanganga ako. It's awesome to experience this. I was like, my goodness, ito ba yung Dubai? And the I it increased my tremble in my heart. It was like, wow, it 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 is a big city indeed. Panis yung Ayala, yung before back in the days, yung 'di ba yung mga street lights natin. Tapos talagang covered siya with lights talaga. Ang liwa-liwanag. Gano'n siguro talaga yung mga mga ano 'no, yung mga fully developed, country, yung city na well-lighted ang mga street and then yung hindi tinitipid 'no. Do'n ako na-amaze talaga ako do'n, na-amaze talaga ako. And then dahan-dahan na gano'n, dahan-dahan na pababa, descending, 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 gano'n. And then until such time that it touched down the runway. And then, what was my experience then? So it's like, wow, everyone was so happy. I feel the gladness, in the air. Very happy feeling, happy vibe ang mga tao. And then, we were actually connected in the airport na. So, through the bridge, we disembarked from the plane. And then, the first time that I saw the airport and not realizing that I'm gonna be working in the same airport now, but presently, this is a different concourse from that airport or the concourse that I have uh, seen, when I first came here in Dubai. So it's like their airport was so beautiful, man. It's like, eto na ba yung Dubai talaga? I was really questioning myself. Dubai na ba talaga to? Oh my goodness, sabi ko, oh talaga. Ang ganda ng airport nila. Yung mga poste, yung poste kasi I'm such a very particular person na syempre ano din ako kasi sa mga design ganun. Gusto ko rin yun eh. Grabe, meron silang golden palm tree inside the airport. Na-amaze ako and then lahat ng mga kasama ko, kasabay ko ng mga pasahero. Syempre, 'di ba, parang uh, you have to feel din, 'di ba, na uy, I'm already here. I'm already abroad. Parang napaka-grateful ko na actually. But at the same time, since I was with my old religion, my old faith, medyo ang yabang ko. Yabang ako. Wow. Sabi ko in my mind, ang babalita ko to sa mga tropa ko, ganyan. Ito yung na-experience ko, ganyan, ganyan. So, nandun pa rin yung di ba, yung parang old sin nature, which is talagang rampant sa akin. Before kasi, when I speak, in the beginning and in the end of my sentence, you will hear the cursing, those bad words. But it's only by God's grace na nawala yun talaga. And I don't know, eventually nawala lang talaga siya when you are closer, probably when you're closer to God and you get to read the scripture. Mawawala din talaga siya eventually. And guys, sa mga hindi pa huli ang lahat. And it's not really necessary for us to say that bad words every time we say a word or we we express ourselves. It's really really unnecessary. That's what I'm saying. So yun na So naglalakad na ako sa airport. So nakasuot ako yun, syempre. Dala-dala ko yung baggage ko. Syempre, feeling ko parang din ako, 'di ba? Jet setter din ako and then feeling ko na nakapag-travel na ako ng maraming beses na. Parang ganun yung feeling ko. Yabang nga, yabang. So, dahil nga sa yabang. So, eto na, nung when I'm approaching the immigration, medyo kinabahan na naman ako. Sabi, naku, i-accept kaya ako dito? Baka pauwi naman ako nito. Baka pauwi naman ako nito. And then, by God's grace, okay naman, naging okay naman. And then everything was so new, was so brand new to me. And I was really enjoying every bit of it. And even at this time that I'm recalling it, yung time na yun na when I traveled first time in my life, it was the most memorable and fun experience for me. I really love those moments na nakapag-travel ako on my own. So ito na, hindi na ako dumaan dun sa baggage reclaim kasi wala naman akong check-in. Yun lang yung coins ko, yun lang ang nagpabigat sa ko sa luggage ko. So, it's almost 500 peso coins, no. Pinapalit ko talaga yun sa sa cash department namin. So, eto na. PRO ang nagsundo sa amin nun. Ano? No, it was my friend. It was my friend. And then, actually, he was with the PRO. Yes, he was with the PRO because I was picked up by the company shuttle bus at the airport. So, yeah. And then, no. It was the second time around. The first time that I came here was the tourist visa. Hindi pa yun. Hindi pa pala yung sa Harmon House. So, I came here as a tourist visa. So, yun nga yung experience ko. My first travel journey as an OFW. So, when I crossed the immigration, thank God, and then I get to meet my friend for the first time because syempre siya lang naman ang may alam dito, di ba? So, siya ang sumundo sa akin sa airport. So, I was like, I was looking for him sa arrival. Kasi dito, ang airport dito sa Dubai kasi hindi siya parang yung sa Philippines na merong may mga delegado or delegates of our family members na may greeters and may welcomers, 'di ba? Meron itong welcomers din pero hindi yung malaking area katulad sa atin na may letters ba, 'di ba? A B C D according to your family name, 'di ba? Hindi ganon. So parang normal lang siya na lounge na arrival hall. Pero nandoon na, makikita mo may mga tao na doon. So yung mga maraming nagpa-flash ng cards about mga hotel or may mga reservation, may mga um, car for rent, 'di ba? Yung iba kasi mga nagta-travel, 'di ba? They get to reserve uh, a pre-reservation of their car, their hotel. So may mga ano 'yun, may I help you or meet and greet na na mga representatives sa airport. So yun, maraming ganun yun before sa Dubai. So yun nga. Ah, so naguluhan ako. Sabi ko, "Hello, kamusta? Jan, kamusta? May good news daw, tsaka may bad news."
Oo nga daw. Eh,
Ano
ano ba
sabi?
yan? Parang wala na daw deduction, di ba?
Oh,
Pero magkakaroon daw ng adjustment sa allowance. I don't know kung anong adjustment yan.
pero sabi 'di ba, i-reinstate yung ano natin.
Kaya,
Yung salary natin na i-reinstate effective October.
you mean wala na deduction?
Wala nang deduction.
Yes.
Pero, yun ang sinabi mo, merong bad news na
Parang
i-effect
adjust.
naman nila yung
Ano
magkano
ba?
kaya
Hindi
yun?
naman sinasabi, no? Di ko
Oh,
kasi
wala
nabasa
naman
ko
dun eh.
Anyhow, sana naman.
Actually, binabasa ko siya, hindi ko siya maintindihan.
Parang may kasunod pa eh. May part 2.
Oh. Ano, you just came ba?
Trailer.
You just came?
Hindi, kuya, dito sa Gates, yes. Meron akong departure, hindi ko na alam ano gagawin ko. So, sabi ko,
So, ano ba, system or what?
Hindi, as in ramp departure.
From departure? Baka sa ano yan?
Remote.
Oo, baka RC or something like that.
Sabi kasi remote departure eh. So, meaning sa may rampa, di ba?
Oo, sa may rampa yun.
Saan ang admin natin?
Sa admin dito.
Ito ba, kuya?
Dito, left ka dyan. Tapos, di ba may mga ano dyan? May mga parang nakaharang.
Okay.
May makikita kang binata Emirates. Doon, i-scan mo lang ang ID mo kasi may shut door siya eh.
Okay.
Yun lang.
Scan tapos pasok.
Pasok ka tapos turn right, mga second door, yun eh sa atin. Nandun si Rabab.
Okay. Ano gagawin ko? May idea ka ba? Paano? Or sila
Meron kang ram jacket.
Hindi. Wala pa ako.
You have to get the ram jacket and the tetra.
Okay.
Yun lang.
Tapos sakay ako sa first coach.
Iyon yung coach, hindi ko alam kung paano. Kasi siguro eventually same contacts pa rin. Pero I don't know kung
Tapos pabalik
kung
dito sa
accessible.
last coach ako sasakay.
Yes, yes. Pero hindi ko alam kung saan yung entry point mo to reach or to access the coach. Kasi alam ko doon yun sa ano.
Charlie 20 ang dito.
Charlie 20. So pwedeng doon ka na magpa-pick up.
Sa C20.
Oo, si C20 baba ka doon, tapos doon ka na magpa-pick up.
Sa coach nga. Tama.
Oo. Kasi, di ba, ano ba ang ramp? Anong bay?
Charlie 38 Golf.
Charlie 38.
38 Golf. Basta C20 eh. Charlie 38.
C20 yung gate mo.
Gate, tapos Charlie 38
Oo.
Golf yung ramp.
So doon ka na magpa-pick up, pwede naman yun.
Pa-pick up sa
Sa coach?
coach niya.
Sa coach, oh.
Anyways,
I-verify mo rin kay Rabab kasi
Oo.
parang, this is my second
First
day.
time ko tapos,
This is my second day here.
talaga
Oh.
ba? Bakit?
I've been allocated in T2.
T2, okay.
Oo.
Kaya lang nakita. Sige,
Sige na, ingat. Ayun nga, my friend, who are you? Whoever you are there, present in my live stream, thank you so much for coming in. I was telling my story actually as an OFW. So, yun na nga. When I reached the arrival hall, so, naguluhan ako. Ang daming mga nagpa-flash ng cards, ganyan. Marriott, Hilton, ganyan. Sabi ko, so, paano ko makikita yung kakilala ko dito? And then, sabi ko, bakit painit ang painit? And di ba, I was telling you guys na when I came here, it was summer season. So, hanggang sa pinagpawisan na ako sa loob ng ano ko, ng suit ko. So, ang nangyari sa akin, ano na, sabi ko parang, hubarin ko na yung suit ko. Alam niyo ba yung experience niyo nung nasa likod kayo ng ref? Ganon na ganon siya. Ganon ang init ng buga niya. I don't know why, pero eventually, yun talaga yung klase ng weather sa labas. Nasa labas na pala ako ng ano, papalabas na talaga ako ng ano, ng Arabal Hall. Nasa labas na siya. Wala nang aircon masyado dun. So, habang lumalabas kami, eventually, I'd met my friend and na siya ang sumundo sa akin. So, ayun nga, naguluhan din ako nung na na-experience ko yung weather, yung ganun kasing weather, parang around 45 degrees Celsius back then. Talagang sobrang init, di ba? Can you imagine sa Pilipinas parang 35, 36, di ba? Pag binabalita, medyo, what? Yung mga tao, di ba, napapawat na. Kasi usually, if sa amin, as a tropical country, you get to have like mga 32, 33, okay pa yan. Pero pag mga 35, 36, mainit na yan, di ba? Medyo, ano na, humid na. Pero dito, ang klase kasi ng weather dito is that mainit siya, pero hindi siya ma-humid. Mainit lang siya. Kasi iba yung ano effect ng humid, di ba? Parang pinagpapawisan ka na malagkit and parang feeling mo ang dumi-dumi mo, di ba? Parang ganun. Plus sa Manila pa, di ba? Maalikabok, mga sasakyan, di ba? Maalikabok talaga, mausok. So yun na nga, sabi ko, wow, ganito pala yung ano weather dito, sobrang init. So eventually talaga hinubad ko na yung ano ko, yung suit ko. And then, yun. Yun na yung nangyari sa akin. You know what? I'm telling you this story for you guys, for those of you who have uh, what do you call this, plans of going abroad and try your luck. Uh, well, professionally, we are good. Filipinos are good actually, very professional. And when we say we are good, we level up yung ano natin, yung mga kahit yung pag-English di ba? Lahat in all aspect. Diyan, oo, yung bakal yung door. Yung bakal yung door. Hindi, di ba, diyan, di ba, may mga ano, may mga
Barrier na yan,
may
di ba?
barrier. Oo. Yung door na yun doon sa side na yun.
Sa left side.
Yan.
Yung unang pinto mo dadaan.
Oo, yun lang yan. Oo. May green na something. Oo, yung code. Itap mo lang yung ID mo. Oo. Wala na pipindutin. Ano, pull mo lang siya. Ayun. So, sabi ko, sobrang init talaga sa labas. Kaya, ang nangyari sa akin, bago kami pumunta ng actually nakitira pa ako nun kasi if I if I stayed in the hotel, medyo malaki. Kasi parang ang per night ng hotel dito medyo mahal din. Kahit ng 3-star. Mahal. Lalo na kapag peak. Kasi pag summer dito, marami din mga tourists. And to tell you honestly guys, yung footfall dito is karamihan tourist talaga. So even at the airport, you find a lot of nationalities. Kaya nga sabi ko, naku po, mapapalaban yung English ko dito. Di ba parang sa atin, when we are in our own country, when we speak English and we speak foreign, when we are talking to a foreign national or any foreigner, medyo ano ka, ako I feel uh, I feel okay talking to a foreigner. Pero when you talk to the same Filipino person, medyo dapat kailangan anuhin mo yung ano mo, 'di ba? Medyo nagiging ano tayo, nagiging aware tayo sa mga grammar natin, mga ganun, 'di ba? Pero that's good. That's good to know. And that's good that we're always having that kind of set of minds, you know. Kasi medyo ang Filipino kasi medyo criticize siya eh. Which is eventually I realized na when you are in other foreign country, hindi naman ganun. It's just that um, we as a Filipino, we tend to, you know, parang it's a big deal for us to speak in English. Where in fact hindi naman dapat. When we speak English, okay, oh English, oh you speak English. That's it. So yun na nga, no? Kasi dito kasi ang dami-daming iba-ibang nationality. So the the common language that you can converse with them is English, 'di ba? Maraming mga British, maraming mga Canadians, lalo na mga Indians and Pakistans and all the countries within the African region. Marami dito. So sabi ko, naku, mapapalaban yung English natin dito. Medyo dudugo ata yung ilong natin dito. Pero hindi naman. Kasi nung nagkaroon ako ng interview, first interview ko, medyo okay lang naman eh. Unlike before sa Pilipinas ako. Nag interview ako, nagbabasa muna ako ng mga tabloids, ng mga ano, ng mga dyaryo bago ako sumabak sa interview. So, ayun, parang ganun na that was my experience. And you know what? I'm gonna continue this tell all story of my goodness vlog uh, in a way that my follower and my networks would know me better. You know, as a person, you won't be knowing me only by my channel, but you will be knowing me if you will allow me to enter your world. You know, as a person, really, as a person, as a dad, and as a loving husband to my single wife, pretty wife, and as a loving father to my two children. So I want to show that to the world that even if you are the most uh, what do you call this, disastrous, you know, person. I don't know if that term is nice. Hindi, kasi when we are young and we are not saved, actually, um, we were called as parang, di ba, unbeliever. When we are unbeliever, we get to do things, those wicked things, very frequent, and we don't mind about it. We don't mind doing it because we enjoyed it. And in the Bible, it says there that uh, people love to do things or the bad things which they really enjoyed it. So yun. We have to be careful, guys. Also that when we are not saved yet and we are unbeliever, we can tell that to ourselves. You know, pwede naman ano naman alam naman natin if we are saved or not. Ini-enjoy natin yung kasamaan. To tell you honestly, that's why you would know people who uh, gone through an abortion, di ba? You probably you've known people who gone through uh, going into a separation, their their marriage. Okay, you will all say, okay, it's because of the consequences that they are in. But at the end of the day, you would ask, they all have the option to keep it and to stay away to those kind of activity, di ba? You would know people who had gone through parang um yung parang ano sila, there's a lot of kind of people in our society naman na ano. I'm not, hindi naman ako nagmamalinis. I'm not saying that okay, I'm perfect now or whatever. No, it's not like that. It's just that I was saved by grace, and it's only God that cleansed me from my sin. So I'm a sinner also, and I'm a filthy sinner. I'm a filthy sinner. I'm telling you guys before na, diba? I cannot elaborate already how filthy sinner I was, but I'm telling you, I was filthy sinner. So yun. Kaya nga, I want to share my life experience. Being an old unbeliever, old life unbeliever to a believer Christian, in a Bible believing Christian. So yun ang gusto kong i-share, and I want to share it to all my friends and to all my networks here in YouTube. Na God is still in the business of changing lives, even if you are really into a deep trouble, and ano man ang kinakalagyan mo, when you turn to Jesus, they will change you. They will change even your path. You know, He will lead you. He will guide you. So that's why I was actually putting this what do you call this, lines, taglines on my channel now, that let all your things be done with love, with charity. So now I don't regret at all. I am grateful to God that ano, He let me uh, go through a process. Kala ko hindi na ako makakapag-asawa, di ba? But God gave me a good family. It was a gift actually coming from Him. And even He gave me two adorable and loving children, Erin and Aaron. So I am so grateful. Actually, you know what? To tell you honestly, guys, my life actually changed a lot. Change 180 degrees, not 360. Because usually people would say, okay, you have to change. You have to change 360. Yung parang umikot ka lang di ba? Pero you have to change 180 degrees and turn out from sin. Turn to God, turn to Jesus. But you have to turn out. You have to leave the sinning life, wicked ways. Kasi if you ask for forgiveness and you are still doing it afterwards, let's say, oh Lord God, I'm sorry, nakapagmura naman ako sa ngayon. Please, I ask for your forgiveness. And then all of a sudden, later on, magmumura ka ulit. Sa tingin mo ba, tama yun? Kasi yun nga yun, that's why people change from being wicked to a better person. People are changed, God changed from those people who live in the dark to light. Diba? And it's only by God's grace na God will lead you to step into light. Kasi yun naman ang will, ang kagustuhan ng Panginoon sa atin, na mamuhay tayo. No, no, wala. Nagre-record lang ako. Yun. Yun lang, guys. And I want to continue this. This is just an hour, patikim, parang ano lang, ano sa akin, sa buhay ko. But I really, really want to share my life to you guys. And as much as I want to elaborate on the things that those old kind of my goodness vlogs life, baka makick out ako ni Lolo eh. And just to ano na lang, protect na lang my family and my wife and my children. But those people who are there scattered around the place, they know me, how my goodness vlog has been living his life before he got to save. He got saved from God uh, with the blood of Jesus. Alam po nila yun. And even if they even if they throw things or bad things on me, let's say one of them will say, that guy or that person, he was a bad, wicked guy. Yes, I will agree with him or with her, but I already surrendered everything to God. So anyone who will criticize me or uh, humiliate me, for me, it's nothing at all because I have surrendered everything to God, and I am only answerable to God. And whoever is whoever within my even my old friends, sasabihin, you're nothing, ganun ka pa rin, ganun ka, or whatever. No, that's why I'm telling you guys, I surrendered everything to God, and I am so grateful that I have God in my heart now, which is Jesus. So yun guys, no, ito lang ipatikim lang sa inyo, and I want to continue this story, and hopefully, marami nang manood, and it's okay. Anyway, this kind of video sharing and live streaming will be available in YouTube, and anyone or anytime, or also anytime, or and anyone can access this, and hopefully they can learn something from it. So with that said, guys, thank you for sticking around with me. Salamat po. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and you can hit the bell icon if you want to get updated with all the channels, all the videos that I'm posting on this channel. So again, guys, this is my goodness vlog. I'm saying keep safe, everyone, and God loves you. May your day be fruitful also. Okay? Have a nice day and keep safe. God bless.